Hi everyone. How is everyone? Are you guys good? I did a stream yesterday about Jenelle Eason and her makeup line that has terminated her. And I actually did a stream on that weeks ago after I spoke with Jen from the YouTube channel that got a letter from XJ Beauty telling her in mid-September that they had parted ways with Jenelle after witnessing some things on social media that they did not agree with. So there's been sort of like this wildness going on ever since that story broke a couple weeks ago, followed up by a letter getting dropped on Twitter by our favorite puppy dog, Rue, which outlines the termination letter that Jenelle received in relation to her cosmetics. And then Jenelle started throwing shade all over Instagram towards her longtime manager, Johnny Donovan. Now, this is not the first time that Johnny has been in the ring of fire, let's say, with Jenelle. These two famously were in a spat in 2016 where she accused him of stealing and they parted ways. So the letter from the beauty company was dropped by Rue, and it basically was confirmation, I guess, of what we saw from Jen when we spoke with her a couple weeks ago. And it basically just says that this is the official notice that XJ Beauty will no longer be involved in or working with JE Cosmetics Jenelle Evans selling 30 days from today. XJ Beauty will send the inventory to JE Cosmetics Jenelle Evans. JE Cosmetics Jenelle Evans have to provide the address of delivery before October 19th, 2019. So, and then it releases, but it goes through a bunch of legal stuff about discharge and all the stuff. And so then you can see that they signed it, and then Jenelle hadn't signed it yet. People were wondering, why is this in Jenelle's why was it in Jenelle Evans? Well, she actually formed the company before she was married to her husband, David. And so that would be why you're seeing Jenelle Evans on the documents. So with the makeup company going kaboom, and it's hard to know who cut ties with who, because even in that letter, it just says it's a termination notice. And a termination notice could have been sent because Jenelle decided to cut ties with them, and then they were terminating the contract. It could have been that they were mad at her. That's simply just a termination notice, letting them know that they're done within 30 days. What actually happened between the two to get to that point is not known, only that letter, in fairness to Jenelle. So on Instagram, Jenelle has been kind of in a pissing match, in an irritated mood the last few days, because people have been irritated at her about all of this clickbait that is on her social media. If you follow her on Instagram or any of the teen moms, including I'm trying to think, Macy has it on hers, Amber Portwood has it on hers, Cheyenne, not all of them use it for Kale has some of them, Leah sometimes has it, but not all of them do it. So, but some of them have gotten these opportunities to host clickbait on their social media, and according to people I've spoken to behind the scenes, they say that Johnny Donovan was part of the way that she actually got this clickbait contract onto her social media. Now, Jenelle has been irritated because they've been planting a lot of stories related to her being pregnant or tricking people to click on links, which is why it's called a clickbait, with false stories. Most notably, there was a story last week shared by Caitlin Baltiera, which basically said that she and Tyler were getting a divorce, and it was a picture of her and Tyler. But then when you click the link, it took you to an article that was about Mackenzie McKee getting divorced from Josh. Tricky. So obviously it confuses fans, it confuses everyone. It doesn't set the best tone if this is what is on your social media, because even if you're not posting it, your social media for the most part is representing you. And if you're putting false crap on your social media, it makes you lose credibility. So I could see why some of these girls might be irritated. Now, Jenelle has vowed to get rid of this, and she's also accused Johnny of stealing the clickbait revenue that she's received. Outlets Sarcasm reported that it's estimated that she receives around $10,000 a month for clickbait. However, I've spoken to people connected to other teen moms, and they've told me the clickbait revenue is more around $5,000 to $6,000 a month. Either way, it's not anywhere from $60,000 to $100,000 a year simply by getting people to click links. That would be hard money to say no to, but Jenelle has put her foot down. So on Instagram, she wrote, all my posts about my be your own boss has nothing to do with my makeup. This has everything to do with someone that tries to call himself a manager and isn't someone who stole my money. So she's accusing Johnny of stealing her money. And again, not the first time she's levied this allegation. She said, so now he's harassing me and everyone I know, trying to destroy my name and selling my personal emails to Radar Online. Watch out who you trust. Now, if that's true, that's terrible. I am in talks personally with my old makeup company, someone who's just mad they are completely cut out of my life now. Guess all my funds got cut for them. Again, throwing that allegation that Johnny was stealing money from her. And then she wrote, note to self, do everything you can to be your own boss and try not to let anyone steal from you. And then she said, this is exactly why you don't let others post a damn thing to your page. They act on your behalf and make you look like an idiot. So glad I'm working for myself now. Holy shit. So Johnny has been pretty quiet on his Twitter account, but he did retweet this, which says, Jenelle is so predictable. Every time something is about to happen, she comes to try to tell her story and her lies as if someone believes what she's saying. That clickbait made her money. We all knew she wasn't giving that up on her own. Now it's Johnny's fault for the eyebrow fails. So Johnny, I guess, is sharing this and is of the opinion that the clickbait did make her money and that she's just playing the victim. Wouldn't be the first time. Now, this actually goes all the way back to 2016. Now, in 2016, this just gives you sort of a history lesson about these two. Jenelle accused him again of stealing from her, and Johnny Donovan has not been one to sort of stay out of the mess. At the same time this was going on, he also got into a Twitter fight with Randy and Chelsea from Teen Mom 2, accusing them of copying Jenelle and having a skincare line and launching a website, which a lot of people on the side of Chelsea were like, why would she be copying her? Because if you remember, Chelsea has a license as an esthetician, so it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that she would have a skincare line or have a website. But that argument spawned another fight between the two, and it says, she wrote, I dropped you, you didn't drop me, get right. And these screenshots come courtesy of Sarcasm. Get it right, LMAO, you're a groupie, think you know what you're doing, you don't. As she retweeted Johnny saying, never will I badmouth someone. And then she also wrote, or what about a catcalling celebs out in public? What about using my IG solely for your hookups? And he wrote, never will, and then she retweeted that same statement. And then she wrote, steal money from me and I'll cut you off and never speak to you. Again, you're in the wrong, so you're not the victim. Stop acting like it. Now, Johnny responded at the time by saying, this post is to let everyone know we no longer represent Jenelle Evans from MTV's Teen Mom 2 and no longer overview her social media or social business inquiries. We wish Jenelle and her new team the best in the future endeavors. Please contact Jenelle personally to inquire on all or at jennifer@starglam.com. So this was what kind of happened back then. Now, the two of them kissed and made up because Johnny was representing her up until recently, today, yesterday, the week before, because it was only last month that Johnny Donovan actually put together the launch party for her brow kit that has now failed. And interesting to note, Johnny's other famous clients include Ashley Martson from 90 Day Fiancé, Farrah Abraham, her former castmate from Teen Mom OG, well, not her castmate, from MTV, Angelina from Jersey Shore, and Eva Marcel, just to name a few. He's also connected to Teresa from The Real Housewives. So he has a list of celebrity reality stars, I should say. I don't know that we call them celebrities, reality stars that he represents. And it is interesting too, because Jenelle didn't have a lot of people coming to her party because she doesn't have a lot of friends. And who showed up at her party? Farrah Abraham and Ashley Martson, which people were like, why would Farrah be there? Well, it's actually probable that Johnny invited her and told her to show up because he's her manager. Now, there's been questions on whether or not Farrah has dropped Johnny, and that I would say as a negatory, because according to his Instagram and her Instagram, they are still following each other. He is still actively promoting her. But then there was a story that because Jenelle and Ashley Martson are friends, that must mean now that Ashley is going to drop Johnny. Well, the Hollywood Gossip reported earlier today that based on a screenshot that they grabbed off Twitter, that Ashley had unfollowed him. However, we were able to uncover that Ashley is still following Johnny. J. Donovan Productions is his production company. And then we also were able to locate that she's also following his personal Instagram account as well, along with, so there and then Johnny's production company is following Ashley, and Johnny is following Ashley, and then Ashley is following Johnny and the production company. And there's Johnny. So, and then there was some questions about whether or not Johnny had deleted all of his photos off of Instagram of Ashley on both J Donovan Productions and on Johnny's personal Instagram. There are photos that still remain of Ashley Martson. So at this point, if there is a tiff going on between Ashley and Johnny, it's not happening on Instagram. Now, Jenelle has drawn the line in the sand, but this is not the first time she's accused Johnny of these things. And according to sources I've spoken to that have met Johnny personally and are in the know, he doesn't have the best reputation in terms of his skills in helping these individuals get jobs. And he has, as my source put it, has a tendency to overpromise and underdeliver in terms of what he can offer to his clients. Now, again, this is all from a source and all alleged, not confirmed. So you can take that and walk with it, have some tea with it, do what you wish. Now, Johnny has not responded publicly other than the retweet, and we'll have to see how this all plays out. But Jenelle Eason has had a really rough few months, and it seems that instead of looking inward and looking at everything that's going on in her life, she's going to blame everyone else for what's going on. Now, some of this might be her problem, but if you remember, she was working with a makeup lab in Canada, and the production would have gone through Canada. The lab is actually has a really good reputation, and in order to save money and cut costs, she decided to go through this other lab, XJ Beauty, who sources their products out of China. She was going to make more money. Unfortunately, for the lower price tag, she also got poorer quality, as evident by the photos on Twitter and Instagram and the YouTube videos that show how the makeup wands or the eyebrow wands fall apart. And that maybe by going cheap, she actually reduced her quality. Now, Jenelle is also teasing a glittery something, maybe a lip gloss that might be coming out soon. And she promises that new products for her cosmetic line are coming. And she says that she's still selling the brow kits and insists that despite the website saying that there's over 2,800 kits remaining, she says that she has sold tons of brow kits because they are selling in bulk. Now, I don't know who's buying bulk purchases of brow kits because I haven't seen anyone on YouTube talking about the brow kits. I haven't seen anyone talking about on Twitter about the brow kits. So that makes me wonder, Jenelle, who's buying the brow kits? And if you can find them for me besides the 2 videos I found on YouTube, I would love to see them. Like, there are times where I want to feel bad for Jenelle, and then there's other times where I'm like, that smells like a lie. I don't know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back with more later. Bye, guys.